Hey everybody, Wandering Pastor here on a day, Saturday in mid-January, before the inauguration of President-elect Biden. And I want to talk to you today about blind spots. Blind spots, you know, those things that you typically think about when you're talking about driving, when you're talking about if you're in a car, you have some blind spots. They're relatively small. The bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spot. A semi-truck has huge blind spots, and the snowplow and things like that. And so you have to actually pay attention and pay extra attention if you don't want to miss something in the blind spots. But we all have a tendency. We have blind spots. We all do. Everybody. And of course, we don't think about our blind spots because they're blind spots. You know, the scriptures say in Jeremiah 17:9, that the heart is deceitful above all things and wicked beyond cure. Who can know it? It says, I, the Lord, search the heart. I alone know. God knows our blind spots, but sometimes we don't. And if we don't take the time to stop and look, it could be disastrous. You know, there's a lot of blind spots in our nation right now. And it shouldn't surprise us. They're natural, right? Unless something changes us, we will live in our blind spots and we won't even see them. We won't even know they're there. And I think we see that a lot in our politics right now and in the division in our nation. The very same things that one group whose man is in office now cheers, they condemned when the other guy was in office. The things that the other guy and his group cheered, they now condemn when the new guy is in office. The right condemns the left condemns the right, and they get further and further apart, and more division, and more animosity and rancor and hatred even, and then violence. The very same things that we applaud when our guy's doing it, we condemn when the other people are doing it, and that's hypocrisy. We all have hypocrisy. We show it all the time when we open our mouths or when we type our posts or our tweets. Blind spots. How do we change blind spots? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to admit that they're there. You have to be able to say, you know what, I don't know it all. And there are times I'm prone to hypocrisy. And so maybe instead of condemning people who think differently than I do, maybe I should listen a little bit to them. And maybe they're 98% wrong, but they're 2% right, and I need to listen to that 2%. But of course, what does it take to do that? It takes humility. You know, the scriptures say all over the place that God loves the humble. He opposes the proud, the blind spot people, but gives grace to the humble. It takes a certain degree of humility to admit, man, I don't see everything the way I thought I did. I'm prone to excuse my guy from the same thing I condemned on their guy. And that's not right. That's wrong. And the only way our nation heals from this rift is if we start admitting that, start humbling ourselves, start listening, start respecting. You know, maybe you disagree with the vast majority of what I say, but I hope that you'll listen enough to hear the heart in which I say it and the place I say it from. And maybe I will do the same thing for you. I need to do the same thing for you. Blind spots, we all have them. Will we humble ourselves enough to admit them and to let God heal us from them? Then maybe we can change our nation. We can certainly change our friendships and our relationships, right? Just something to think about. You're Wandering Pastor, out. Have a good day.